Okay, so you are welcome to the Tweet Football and Get Paid webinar presented by Edmond Oris. And you can check me out on Twitter at Edmond Oris, or you can check out my podcast at Vibe with Edmond Oris on anywhere you listen to your podcast. Okay, so my big promise to you in this webinar is very simple, that by the end of this webinar, you will discover everything you need to know about becoming a football influencer in 90 days. Okay, everybody here should love football, because if you are here and you don't love football, then you're in the wrong place. So we're going to discover how to become a football. Why am I putting micro? Football influencer. Yeah. Football influencer in 90 days. Okay. You're also going to discover how you can sell your products on X using your football content. Okay. And then lastly, you're going to know how to attract foreign clients to your brand, not just foreign clients, but brands that want to work with you, that want to pamper you, that want to pay you big money, the money that you are looking for. Okay, there are some people in the waiting room who are trying to join and they're distracting us. So this is my big promise to you. And like I said, for a few amount of people, not for everybody, it's going to be a special offer that will help you get started almost immediately. Okay, so but before we start, like I said, I want this to be an interactive class, an interactive session. Please introduce yourself, tell me your name and where you are currently watching from. Okay, so I'm going to be in the comments. I'm going to be reading from people. So what's your name? Yusuf from Ondo State. I guess that's Nigeria, okay? Or Ondo is not so far from Oyo. So Yusuf from Ondo State, welcome. Okay, so I want if we don't type in the comment, we're not going to proceed. Amos from Oyo State, Nigeria, okay? Oluwase, that's a lot of people. Sefam from Ghana, I see you, Ghana. I see I'm Harrison watching from China, massive. Okay, I'm Logan from Tanzania, okay? I'm Waliu from Saki, Oyo State. Okay, that's Ibadan. I'm Timmy from Ogun State. Okay, my name is Chukwu Ebuka. I'm watching from Lagos, massive. Daniel from Lagos, Paul from Lagos. My name is Odinak from Lagos, okay? Mustafa watching from Senegal, that's massive. Michael from Ibadan. Tosin. Okay, Apu from, did I pronounce that well? Apu from Ghana. Okay, Lala from Lagos. Ukeme from Akwa Ibom. I like the variety of places. We've seen people from Ghana, we've seen people from China, we've seen people from Lagos. So, Port Harcourt. My name is Alex from Port Harcourt. Emmanuel from Imo. That's massive. Aramis. Aramis, I think I remember you from Abuja. Victor from Owerri. So massive. Okay. So, there's a lot of people here, different nationalities, different countries, and that's how I like my training to be. So before we proceed here, quick question. On a scale of 0 to 10, if you are in Nigeria or anywhere you are in the world, how important is it for you to have a side hustle that pays you in dollar monthly? How important is it for you to have a side hustle that pays you in dollar? So how many percent will you rate it? So let's go to the comment section. This one say 10 over 10, 9 over 10. Very important. Very, very important. Someone say 11 over 10. Okay, crucial, massive. Yes, it's very, very important that you are getting something that pays you. 9 over 10. Why not 10 over 10? What are you doing in anyone? Logan says 200%. That's massive. Okay, so if you are a Nigerian or you are an African and your answer is less than 7, what's less than 7? I should change this. Your answer is less than 9. Then what we have today is not from you. You are not hungry enough. You need to go back. Come back to us when it's at 9, okay? So I was going through my page recently and I saw this content from people. So this guy says Naira too useless. Now when you there outside Nigeria, you go feel them. It just dey pain me as they convert. You go chook big money for convert. Everything will come out now peanuts. Time to focus and scale my forex income. Basically, time to start making money in dollar. Okay, so this one says Hillary is one of my guys, and it's like take your life seriously, learn digital skills, upskill, get on Upwork, LinkedIn, and other freelancing platform. Twitter can be a freelancing platform. Twitter is where I get almost 80 to 90% of my clients for my business. Okay, Twitter is where I get almost 80 to 90% of my clients for my business. It's like go earn in foreign currency. It is the best route for yourself and your family out of this mess. Okay, so why should you even listen to me? Why should you listen to anything that I have to say to you today? You understand? What is giving me the right to come out today to say I'm going to teach you how to tweet and get paid? Why should you listen to me? Okay, so I'm going to introduce myself very briefly. So my name is Edmond Oris in the flesh, host of the number one football podcast in Nigeria. founder of the Football Creators Academy, and the creator of Football Twitter Secret. Basically, I'm the football guy. You understand? I built my brand with football. I built my podcast with football. I built my YouTube channel with football. I built a football community, and I've produced a lot of solutions for the football audience because I love football. Football is my. If I was not here right now, I'll be watching, a football game, or I'm on YouTube just analyzing. Like, I love football. You understand? I'm also a football content creator, football influencer, and I'm a Twitter coach. So if you have a business, you have a brand, and you want to get, so I can go on anybody's brand, including Elon Musk, and in 2 to 5 minutes, I'll be able to tell him what he's doing wrong and tell him how he can improve his result in 2 to 5 minutes, because that's how much I've used Twitter. I've done everything. I've gotten hacked on Twitter and gotten my account back. I've helped people get their account that's been suspended. I've helped people get monetized. A lot of people. So my mentees call me Pep Edmond, like Pep Guardiola. You understand? Because I'm the best at simplifying complex topics. And not just that, I also help you create. It doesn't matter who you are. I'll help you create easy to follow strategies that will get you the results you are looking for. Okay? So, you can find me on Twitter at Edmondoris at this handle. So if you check, you're going to see me. You understand? Or you can search, like I said, you can search for my podcast. We're number one football podcast in Nigeria. And we won't go as high as number 6 football category in Ghana. So basically, a football creator and a football content coach. So if you can see me, it's very important because what we're about to share here today is going to be transformational. Like I said, in the group, a lot of people who have attended my trainings have not left the same. Today, at least 5 to 10 people are going to start a journey that will change the rest of their lives forever. So if you can see me, please type "I can see you." Type it in the comment section so that I'm sure that I can. Yes, I can. People say I can. Yes, massive. I can. I can see you. That's massive. Yes, I can see you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me and can you hear me? I can see you. Yes, I can see you. Yes, can hear you too. That's massive. That is massive. Okay, so no need to waste time. Let us proceed. Again, like I said, my big promise to you is by the end of this, you're going to get everything you need to become a football influencer in 90 days. No more struggling with low engagement, not knowing what to tweet, not knowing what to put out, not knowing how to get followers. Some people's problem is they get the engagement, but people are not following them. Some people, they've never made money on Twitter before. You understand? I'm going to show you how to sell your product on Twitter. I'm going to show you how to attract foreign clients to your brand on Twitter. So if you are going to be here till the end, just drop a yes so that I know those who are going to be here with me to the end. Because if you don't stay to the end, there's no point. So if you are going to be, yes, yes, I see. Someone says fucking yes, that guy is cursing. Okay, yes, 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 massive, yes. So I like the energy. I've muted everybody so we cannot talk, so there's no noise and no distraction. Okay? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so like I said, you will not forgive yourself if you bottle this once in a lifetime opportunity. So it's time to focus. You cannot be watching Man City game or watching any game and be watching this training. So you have to remove all the distractions, close all the app, go to a quiet place, hold your pen and paper. You understand? Because focus means facing only one course until success. You cannot be doing two things at the same time. You won't progress as well. As imagine Messi when he was playing for Barcelona, also playing for Real Madrid. You understand? So tell your girlfriend. You understand? Tell your girlfriend, tell your wife, tell your son, tell anything that is distracting you that they should wait. We're going to finish this training under an hour. In the next 59 minutes, we're going to be done and everybody goes back to doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, so remove every distraction. It's very important because it will not make sense. You register for the training, you're attending it live, and then you leave with nothing. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to waste your time. So because I hate time wasters, I hate people who waste time. Because I hate time wasters, in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you who this opportunity is for and who it is not for. So that if it's not for you, you can leave us. You understand? Because somehow some people who are not the right fit could still be here. We don't want to waste your time. Go and do something else with your time, okay? So like I said, this is not for you if you don't like football. If you know that you don't like football, you shouldn't be here. If you don't have a Twitter account or you don't like Twitter, you shouldn't be here, or X, whatever you call it. It's always with Twitter to me. You shouldn't be here. If you believe everybody making money online is a scam, you shouldn't be here. It's 2025. You cannot be having that kind of mentality. You need to grow up. I cannot help you. If you want to remain low-key with no disease. So I met a couple of people. I met a couple of friends. I was at an event recently. I met a couple of friends. So, they have no desire to get a lot of followers because they're like, it gives them anxiety that a lot of people follow them and can see. So some people just want to be small. So if that's you, you shouldn't be here. If you are looking for get rich quick schemes, this is not betting. I'm not going to sell you a betting. No, I don't do that. Okay? If you cannot follow simple instruction, this is not you are going to bring one person. No, this is a journey. You're about to embark on a journey that will change the rest of your life. So if you cannot follow instructions, because some people you tell them do this, they won't do it. You understand? If you cannot follow simple instruction, then you shouldn't be here. Okay? So this is for you if you like football, because I've told you who is this not for. Who is this not for? So who is this for? This is for you if you like football. You're already spending a lot of time on Twitter, but you are not growing and you are not making money. You see people making money, you see people making money with their phones, and you want to make money online in 2025. Okay, you are tired of being invincible. You're tired of being invincible. You want people to see your football ideas. You're tired of feeling unseen. That's how it feels like. So my account was hacked recently, earlier this year. And I had to go to my other account. I didn't want to tweet from that account, but I was just saying it that nobody's going to really recognize me in this place. Like, and I speak with a lot of people, I coach a lot of people, and they're like, one of the biggest challenges they have is not being recognized. Sometimes you say the same things these big influencers say, and they still get more engagement than you. Sometimes you even say it before them. Sometimes they even steal your tweets. So if you're tired of being invincible, you want your ideas, you want your content to be seen by thousands, and in fact millions of people, then this is for you. I believe I'm speaking with the right people. So if you know that this is not for you, we're going to give you 20 seconds to leave us. Okay? We're going to give you 20 seconds to leave us so you can, go and make more space for other people, because a lot of people want to join, and you can go and do something else, because what we have for today is not going to be, it's not going to make sense to you. Okay, so 20 seconds. Okay, so I believe everybody that is here is present and is here. I believe everybody left here is in this category. You're a football fan, you spend a lot of time on X, or you love X, you see people making money online, you want to make money online, you want to be heard, you want to be visible, then, for a few people, like I said, I'm going to introduce you at the end to a paid offer, okay, that would improve your result, but it's not compulsory. Okay, it's not compulsory. It's not for everybody. Ice cream is very sweet, but not everybody likes ice cream. Not everybody likes ice cream, but for those who want, we're going to help you. Okay, but before then, like I said, I believe I'm only talking to football enthusiasts that are tired of being in the shadows like Garnacho and are ready to make a name for themselves like Lamine. Everybody's seeing what Lamine is doing at just 17, 18. It's crazy. You understand? So what we're going to show you here does not matter how long you've been on Twitter. It does not matter how many followers you currently have. It doesn't matter whether you are verified or you're not verified. If you follow our system, if you follow our playbook, you will get the results. It's very simple. If you follow our playbook, if you follow our system, you will get the result regardless of your age. It doesn't matter how old you are. I've coached people way older than me. I've coached people younger than me. I've coached students. I've coached business owners. I've coached people in the US, people in Canada, people in UK. It doesn't matter. Follow the system. You're going to get the result. Okay. So I want us to do a quick exercise. So let's say you finish implementing my playbook, because I have a playbook for you today. You start getting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, even 10,000 followers, and you eventually get monetized. You start, attracting, selling your product, selling your services, start getting people in your DMs wanting to work with you. How are you going to feel? Tell me one thing you're going to use the money for in the comment section. What's the first thing you're going to do with your money? Say, please help us manage our sub. If you don't have data, you shouldn't be here, because I told you that you should subscribe. Someone says buy more gadgets. I like that. I like that. I like that reply. That reply is somebody who wants to invest in his business. Take care of family. Family is important. Someone says get a laptop. Yes. I remember I got my MacBook with money I made from Twitter, so I understand that. Very smart. The MacBook I'm currently using. Someone says laptop. Someone says buy land. That's smart. That's deep. Someone says take more online course to improve. That's interesting. You should always be investing in yourself, in your personal development. Someone says more gadgets. So that's a phone, a good phone and laptop. That's massive. Need a laptop. Need to invest. Need invest it back in my brand. Like get it better from yes. When I started tweeting with an iPhone 6. Yeah, I upgraded to an iPhone XS, and then I upgraded to an iPhone 13 Pro. So very important because when you start doing these things, when you start getting these followers, a lot of people think they want followers, but when you start getting the followers, start getting the engagement, yeah, your phone will start to hang. Yeah, I think my younger brother is using a 12 Pro and his phone is hanging and he has what about 20 something thousand followers. So if you don't have a strong gadget, you're not going to be able to do this. So I like that. Invest in myself, take more courses. I like this. I like this. Okay. So let's proceed. Everybody is thinking in the right place. So imagine getting paid to do the one thing you love. I always say that there are two types of people. People who work a 9 to 5, they go to, and a lot of people who work a 9 to 5, not all 9 to 5s are bad, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people who work a 9 to 5 are unhappy doing what they are doing. They're just doing the work to pay the bills. They are not enjoying it. They wake up in the morning, they spend money on transport to go to work. If you're in Lagos, some people wake up as early as 4 a.m. 5 a.m. to go to work. They spend almost 3, 4 hours on the road, get to work almost exhausted. They don't like their colleagues. They are unsatisfied. And at the end of the day, the money is not all that. So there are those type of people. And then there's the second type of people, which is people like us, people like your favorite influencers you see on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. What do? They are talking about what they're passionate about, what they love. And in your case, it's going to be football, and they are getting paid. In my case, I started to talk about football, and I've been able to work with from home, remotely. These people have never asked me for CV. These people have never asked me for my picture. These people don't care. Remotely, I've worked with MTN. I've worked with MultiChoice. You people know MultiChoice. If you're in Africa, you should know MultiChoice. They are the owners of DSTV and I think GoTV. I've worked with Coca-Cola. I've worked with Pepsi. I've worked with Guinness. I've worked with Trace from the comfort of my home, just because of how I started to, talk about football on Twitter, tweet about football, which is what I'm going to give you here. The template, the playbook. Okay. So before growing my brand on Twitter, like before I started working with these brands, who was I? You know what I'm saying? Before I became this Edmond Doris who did all these things or who is doing all these things. You understand? We just launched our academy recently, registered it officially. Before I became the person who could do that, that's my second business, by the way. Before I created Football Twitter Secret, which is like my flagship program that has done a lot of wonders for people since it launched almost 2 years ago now. Before I became this guy, yeah, who was I? So I'm going to tell you. So I'm the first of five boys. First of five boys, no girl. I got admitted into medical school in 2013, where I failed out from Delta State University, Abraka. Okay. I graduated. I had to switch departments. It was a horrible time for me. I'm just, I don't want to focus so much on that, but like it was a horrible time for me, failing out. Imagine spending the first 16, 17 years of your life envisioning and imagining that you're going to be a medical doctor, you're going to be saving lives, you're going to be operating people, and then you get the admission, and then in your first, second year, you fail out. After I failed out, I had to start creating new dreams. Well, first of all, I had to switch my department. So I switched to medical biochemistry and I graduated in 2017 with a second class lower. So you see, I'm not that special, but I've been able to turn my life around. I'm going to tell you, I've been able to turn my life around using Twitter. And that's what I want to give to you today. You understand? I've made a lot of wrong financial investment. I try to get money quick. I don't know if people heard of recently crashed CBEX or Ponzi scheme. I've done all of that. I thought that money is something that you make very fast. But one thing I've realized about money is the faster you make it, the faster it finishes. You don't want to make money fast. You want to make money forever. You want to do things that will just bring money. And that's what having a Twitter account, an active Twitter account gives you. As long as you are alive, as long as your Twitter account is alive, you will make money. And as long as football is present, and you know football is never going to stop. They have been playing football since before I was born. They will keep playing football even after we are gone. So you see these three things: football, Twitter, yourself. As long as you have these three things, you're going to be okay. Okay, so I've tried a lot of businesses. A couple of them succeeded, but most of them failed. And then after my NYC in 2019, I listened to my mom and tried to get a 9 to 5 job, but I fell into depression after I got sacked in 6 weeks. I didn't last 6 weeks at that job. I'm going to show you, and you see it here. This is young Edmond Doris. This is me. You understand? I was, working in an engineering company as a marketing executive, but basically I was just, working engineer around Ibadan. You get. So this was just a regular Friday at work, and I don't know what my boss was trying to do, but you can see here my sack letter on the 5th of December 2019. It says, due to your inability to meet up with a reasonable fraction of your monthly sales targets, we are sorry to inform you that your employment as a full-time marketing executive has been revoked with effect from 6th December 2019. So this broke me actually because number one, I didn't want to do the job. I started going on Twitter at this time, but nothing really. I was just getting a lot of followers, but the money wasn't coming, and other things wasn't coming. But my mom was pushing, so I'm like, okay. So I tried to get the job, and then I got it, and 6 weeks later, I got sacked. So at this point, I'm like, what am I going to do with my life now? You get, what am I going to do with my life now? So I've probably been where you are. You understand? I've probably been where you are, but after this experience, I promised myself. So entering into 2020, I promised myself like I'm not going to do the normal 9 to 5 job. So now I work remotely with companies and with brands. You understand? I don't have to wake up and commit. I don't have to wake up and go. I don't do that. You understand? Remotely from the comfort of my home, from my living room, from my workstation, from my bedroom, from my phone, anywhere. You understand? I've said no to a typical 9 to 5 job, and because of that, I've been able to grow to 76,000 followers on X. Okay, I started 2 different football podcasts. The Viewing Center podcast, where I was the co-host, I did that from 2019 to 2023. I did that about 45 episodes there. I took it to #1 football podcast in Nigeria. And then I got tired of always, when you are the co-host, you're not the real host. So I created my own and took it to #1 football podcast. I've done over 100 podcast episodes there. You understand? I've worked with these different brands as a content creator, as a football content creator, not just any kind of content, but there are different types of content. As a football, what I'm about to share with you. And I've made over $67,000 online just selling my products and my services since 2018. You understand? I also write for people. I host spaces for people. You get it. So this is me at 7,000 followers, 70,000 rather. Okay, and this is me having my first public speaking event. I think this is 2022. You get. In 2022, my podcast got nominated as the best sports podcast in Africa. You understand? And I'm also a member of the Pulse Influencer Network. So how did I go from this guy? Because this was my reality at one point in time, to being this guy. I've trended #1 in Nigeria before because of my football content, because of the strategies I'm about to share with you today. Trending #1 ahead of Olamide, Big Brother Naija, just because people discovered that I was a Barcelona fan or I sympathize with Arsenal. That story for another day, but my name was trending. You can see it here. And this is Frank Odo, the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, asking me or saying I'm the wittiest Nigerian alive. He's my boss. You get, I've never met him physically, but he knows me because of what I do for myself in the football niche online. You understand? You can see my podcast here, #1 football podcast on Apple. And my tweet has been taken severally, so many times, you understand, and shared by the likes of Paul Scholes, Thierry Henry. They discussed some of it. You can see it here. You get. And then I think this was last year. I had a campaign with Visa. So this is how the gigs come. This is how it jobs. So I talked one of the promises I made to you here is you're going to attract foreign clients, yeah? So this is how they come. They're going to send you a DM. You don't even go looking for them. They come. You can go looking for them, but if your profile is good, who will you take seriously? Somebody who has 700 followers versus somebody who has 70,000 followers. Obviously, the 70,000 followers, when you have followers, there's no way you will go to that. People are not going to listen to you. I was at a party recently and everybody was talking, we're introducing ourselves. And when it got to my turn, I introduced myself. So something happened, one thing led to another, and then I just talked about the fact that I had 76,000 followers and everybody in the room shouted. I'm like, it's so normal to me that followers are not a big deal to me right now because I'm playing a different game. You understand? But that's what I want to teach you how to get them. I want to show you how to get them. But this is a gig I got, and they're like, "Hi Edmond, my name is. I hope you're doing well. My name is this. I'm reaching out to you. You've been selected as one of the influencers for the AFCON again football." So there are so many ways to make money as a football fan. It's not just betting. It's not just being a footballer or being a coach. There are so many ways you get. They say this campaign will run for 5 weeks, and I would love you to be a part of it. Please reach out. They wanted to ask me how much I charge. I charge them over 500,000 for this campaign. And this is Pooja, somebody, one of the biggest football, creators on X. Not just on X, I think in Nigeria, because he's not just active on X like me. He's also active on TikTok, on YouTube, and he's a big man. He's a CAF and FIFA accredited photographer. So it's like if you want to learn about content creation on Twitter, I'll have to maximize your time here. Wait for Edmond Zori's book in 2023. So this is far back in 2023. So I've been doing this, teaching people, bringing people along, carrying people along since 2022. Okay? So I'm sure at this point you are wondering, Edmond, how can I tweet and get paid? How can I tweet and get paid? Somebody say, help me save my data. It's very important that I give you context so that you have no doubt about everything you're going to hear today. You get, I've been there, I've done it, not just for myself, but for a lot of other people, and you're going to see it. Okay? So listen now. Listen now. This is the reason you are here. Listen very carefully. To tweet and get paid, you need to, one, pick a niche. I should number this. You need to pick a niche and you need to conquer a niche. You need to pick a niche and you need to conquer a niche. I know now the next question is, Edmond, what's a niche? And Edmond, how do I conquer a niche? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you. Okay? Like I said, what's a niche and how can I conquer a niche? If you go and check the Google definition, this is what Google is going to tell you. A lot of definitions, but for the purpose of this training, I'm going to simplify it to this. A niche is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. That's what Google is going to tell you what a niche is, but I'm going to break it down to you as a football person so you understand. Think of niche like a position on the field. Lionel Messi is the greatest footballer in the world, greatest footballer in history, but he did not defend. He's not the greatest defender of all time. Are you saying it? So even within the football game, there are positions. There's left back, and you're going to see it here. You understand? There are different niches on Twitter. There's the football niche. There's the music niche. There's the crypto niche or Web3 niche. There's the lifestyle niche. There's the, business niche. There's the anime niche. There's the affiliate marketing niche. Think of anything, any niche. There's the movie niche. Are you saying it? So there are different niches, and you're going to see the problem. And this niche is the reason why you are not growing because you've not made up your mind in your heart of hearts which of the niches you want to play. You want to become a footballer. You want to become a footballer. Which position do you want to play? Which position? You see it here, a specialized segment. Are you saying it? So, like I said, think of niche like a position on the field. Haaland is a center forward. If you put Haaland as a left back, he's going to struggle. That's probably the reason why when you tweet, nobody's going to engage your tweet because you've not owned your niche. People don't know your niche. You say if you don't know your niche, you don't know your niche. So you're a football person, you understand. If I show this thing now, if I show this to a music lover or somebody who doesn't watch football, My girlfriend, for example. Well, my girlfriend don't dey watch football now. She don't dey watch football. She knows Lamine, she knows Haaland and everything. But because of me, obviously. But if you show it to somebody who doesn't watch football and say ST, what does ST mean? Striker. What does CF mean? What does false nine mean? What does LB mean? Jordi Alba is a left back. He's one of the greatest left back of all time. He is not a center forward. He's not a DM. If you take Jordi Alba from left back to DM, you'll flop. If you take Sergio Busquets from DM to center forward, your team no go score goal. So when you are playing in the wrong niche, it doesn't matter what you tweet. As long as you tweet in the wrong niche, you will never get the recognition. You will never get the engagement. You will never get the followers. Brands will never reach out to you. Nobody will want to associate with you. Everybody will just be saying what you're saying, just dodging it. Because number one, you've not decided in your heart which of the niches you want to conquer and which of the niche you want to conquer. So if you are here, please make up your mind right now. You want to conquer the football niche. You don't want to conquer all. Like, look at me. I'm known on Twitter because of my football things, not because I don't give life advice, even though I sometimes, but that's not what I'm known for. I'm known as the football guy, the Barcelona guy, the guy who loves Messi, the guy who teaches other football people how to go on Twitter, the guy who has a football community, the guy who has a football business. Are you saying? So even within the football niches, there are still so many sub niches that you can start to grow from. You can make up your mind today that, oh, I'm going to start from this niche. You can start from what I mean by you can start from being the Barcelona, you can start by being the biggest Barcelona fan within your circle. Yes, that's enough. You don't have to complicate it. You don't have to, you don't have to can't somebody be in two nations at the same time? Don't worry, we're going to take questions at the end, okay? I like that question. That's a brilliant question. Remind me at the end, okay? You don't have to be in so many. Let me just answer. You don't have to be in so many niches, especially at the start. Again, like I said, focus. You can't serve two masters. You cannot be a Barcelona fan and a Real Madrid fan. You are a joker. Are you saying? So you make up your mind. Are you a Real Madrid fan? Okay, I'm going to be the biggest Real Madrid fan on Twitter. That's it. And then every day you go on Twitter and you be the biggest Real Madrid fan. You give us Real Madrid content. Once you make up your mind, already see. Once you make up your mind already, not knowing what to tweet, problem will disappear because I went through some of the forms a lot of you filled, and most of you are feeling, I don't know what to tweet. I don't know what to tweet. I don't know what to tweet. I'm not getting engagement. That's the problem. Once you make up your mind that, oh, you want to be the biggest Barcelona fan in your circle or on Twitter or among your followers, you are gone. Once you make up your mind, you want to be the biggest Liverpool fan. In fact, everybody should start from their club. Don't just, because football is very broad. Look at it. All this is football. Me now, I watch Barcelona games. I watch Real Madrid games. I watch Liverpool games. I watch Man United games. I'm a football junkie. So when I talk, when I write, because I also write about football too, I don't just write about football, about Barcelona, no. Even though I'm the biggest Barcelona fan, but that's where I started from. But I've spread my wings because I also have a podcast, so I need to be inclusive. Are you saying? But there are people who like Trey. If I mention Trey, and I'm sure a lot of you know Trey. Trey is a Man United fan. He's the biggest Man United fan on Twitter. And that's enough for him. There are a lot of people who are not as big as Trey, but they are still very known. Are you saying they are still very known? Basha is a Man United fan. Bex is a Barcelona fan. Benis is a Barcelona fan. Ugo Chukwu is a Barcelona fan. Dami Marco is a Real Madrid fan. Kofo Rolla, I think Rolla is a Chelsea fan. Well Beast, I don't know if you guys know Well Beast. So I'm calling some of the popular influencers. Well Beast is the Arsenal fan. So like you can just be the biggest. They have one in my community. We have a Leeds fan, Leeds United. We have a Newcastle fan. We have an AC Milan fan. So once you decide on these things, creating content will come naturally. So this is if you live here with nothing else, you live here with what a niche is. So do you fully understand what a niche is? Let me be sure my people are following me. So please, if you understand what a niche is, say yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. At least you'll never that word will never confuse you again. Obi says yes. Chuku Kitemi says yes, yes. Emmanuel says yes. Yes, sir. I see you. Yeah, I understand. Yes, I understand. Massive, massive. Yes, yes. Okay. So how do you conquer a niche? That's the next question. So now you understand. Maybe you decide in your heart that, oh, you want to conquer the football niche. Okay, within the football niche, which of the sub niche do you want to conquer? And you're like, okay, I want to conquer the Barcelona niche. I want to conquer the Chelsea niche. I want to conquer the banter niche. So you want to conquer the banter niche, you need to be bantering people or bantering clubs, not people now. It's not personal. Clubs, bantering players. You understand? Bantering, if you want to conquer the betting, even though I don't recommend it, but you need to be the biggest betting at please. I don't promote betting companies. So betting companies reach out to me and I turn them down almost every time. I've worked with them in the past, but not anymore because betting is not a sustainable way of making money. It just tricks you into thinking you are making money. You are not. You are losing more money than you gain. And if people were making more money, betting companies will not be opening every time. You want to be the best analyst on Twitter. So you analyze games. Any game you watch, you are going to write and analyze it, and people will start following you. Okay, so if you want to, you decide now, how do you conquer a niche? Okay, so like I said, what I'm about to reveal to you today, aka how to conquer a niche, is the secret to tweeting and getting paid. Because if you cannot tweet and get people to like your tweet, nobody's going to give you money. I'm sorry. If you cannot tweet and get people to follow you without you begging, without you asking, without doing for follow, or joining retweet groups, nobody's going to pay you. You understand? So what I'm about to reveal to you will work as long as you're passionate about football, have an X account, can speak simple English, and can follow simple instructions. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to learn? iPhone 11, I don't know who that is. iPhone 11 say extremely ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yes. Yes, I need to see people are following me before I proceed. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, massive. Yes, I'm ready. Ready. Massive. Okay. So it looks like a lot of people are ready, so we're going to proceed. So before I proceed, this is one of my mentees. I don't like to call people students because some people are older than me. They say, I imagine calling somebody a married man now a student, or no, I don't like to use student. I like to use mentees. So mentees are people who I mentor, who I coach. And this is when he got paid $190 from Twitter, just off tweeting. He's a Man United fan, just off tweeting about football. You understand? The other week he got about $22. You get these are a couple of other people who are coached. Okpe is a Chelsea fan. You understand? Okpe is a Chelsea fan, hit 5,000 followers here from not knowing how Twitter works, not getting engagement, being unseen to this. Dami Marco is a Real Madrid fan. You understand? He's a Real Madrid fan. And you can see him here getting paid about $62.57. See, this is Black Boy. This guy's growth was actually very crazy. I think he did this in like 5 weeks. He got paid about $53.58 from X. You understand? Elon Musk's ads revenue is one of the ways you can get paid. It's not the only way. One of. Imagine getting 20 million impressions. Look at him here sharing. Say good morning, Pep. Happy New Month. 20.2 million impressions, and he got about 298 organic followers just talking about football. And this is one of the records from. So I've coached a lot of people. I've coached over 2,000 people. Yeah. And nobody has been able to beat this record from Charles. So he put this record up in 2023 rather. And he got 407 million impressions. Some people, you are full like they will never get this amount of impression. And look at how many followers he got in a month. 4,212 followers in a month. In 1 month. I'll show you how you can check this stats for yourself. Okay? So this thing is possible if you follow the system. But like I said, 99% of people will never get to 10,000 followers or make $1 from Twitter. Never. You understand? But like I said, the harsh reality of the thing is getting harder to grow on Twitter now than it was in 2018. It was easier in 2018. Basically, the longer it takes you to start, the harder it is. So if you start today, your journey is going to change. You understand? But if you pay attention, like I said, and you start today, you could be among those who thrive. You understand? So to conquer a niche, I developed my secret sauce. A simple and easy to follow, unique system Okay, so I'm about to show you this my unique four-step system. Oh, this is why you came here, because I'm sure you probably can get some of the other information you've gotten here before on Twitter. You can Google what a niche is. You can Google how to conquer a niche. If you Google how to conquer a niche, I'm sure you probably see one of my training, because I have a training that says how to conquer a football, but that's not why we are here. But you cannot get this unique four-step system from Google or YouTube or anywhere. You can only get it from me because I'm the creator of it. So are you still with me? I believe you are still with me. Like I said, before I proceed, are you excited about learning my four-step system? Or do you want to continue doing what you are doing? A lot of people are still trying to join us, so latecomers. Okay, yes, we are with you. Yes, we are with you. I like that. Yes, coach. So I say I deal with you. Say yes, I'm ready. Okay, so before I proceed, what's your favorite formation? Before I tell you about my first step, I want you to just type your favorite formation in the comment section. What is your favorite formation? 4-3-3. Why is it your favorite formation? 4-3-3. Yeah, tell me why is it your favorite formation? 4-3-3 attack. This guy plays PlayStation. Only 4-3-3. 4-2, 4-2-1-3. 4-4-2 diamond. Yes, still it's 4-2-3-1. This guy, Joseph, you've called my formation. 4-2-3-1 is the best formation in the world. If I use this 4-2-3-1 formation, I can play you on FIFA with my eyes closed or PES, any game, I will trash you. Someone says 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Akin Tola, I see you. Okay, 4-3-3 balance, 3-4-3, 3. Nah, three defenders are not to be like I'm like that. 5-4-1. See Jose Mourinho. So if I ask everybody to tell me why it is their favorite formation, and I'm sure everybody will say something like, when I use this formation, I'm more confident. When I use this formation, I win more. When I use this formation, um, um my players sync well. I get more wins than when I use another formation. Imagine using 4-2-4. Imagine if you're a 4-2-3-1 person and you're a 4-3-3 person and somebody gives you a game to play and the person is using 5-4-1 or 3-4, you're going to be confused. So it's the same thing with MPAM. Once you understand this MPAM formation, once you understand this MPAM, say MPAM. In fact, type MPAM in the comment section. Once you understand this MPAM formation, growing on Twitter will be very easy for you. So I want you to write MPAM in the comment. MPAM. That's how you pronounce it. MPAM. Yes, I'm going to tell you what it means in the next few minutes. MPAM, massive. M dash. Don't just type MPAM, no. M dash. Okay? So say MPAM, massive, massive. I see a lot of people are following us. A lot of people are following us. I like this. Well done. Okay, MPAM. So before I dive deep into MPAM, let me tell you why, it is the best formation you can use to grow your Twitter account as a football fan. But let me tell you about the other formations, the other ways. You see, you're not going to like them. You can do follow for follow. So you go follow any big influencer, immediately he tweets. 5-10 minutes after he tweets, you see a lot of people would like his tweets. You go, you follow them, follow them, follow them, follow them. Yeah. And then you wait for some of them to follow you back. Some of them will follow you back, some of them will not. After some time, you can unfollow. But if you do this, you'll probably get suspended. 2 weeks. Within a week, if you get suspended. And you know that once you get suspended, you cannot open a Twitter account with that same phone. You need a new phone because they will block your IP. So you don't even want to go there. You can join silly retweet groups. Joining a retweet group, they will tell you to retweet things you don't agree. Let's say Messi, I ask you, who is your GOAT? Messi is your GOAT. But somebody will retweet Ronaldo is your GOAT, and you will retweet it because you're in a retweet group and you want other people to. So they basically clamp your voice. You don't want to do that. What I'm about to give you, the MPAM system, it gives you freedom. You grow your audience, you build your audience, you say anything you want to say. I will never tell you what to say. You will just know. So retweet groups will get your account suspended as well. And it will get you a lot of different random followers that you're not go sweet. You can also go and start insulting big influencers. People will insult big influencers. I get a lot of insults on Twitter every day for just sharing my opinion. Recently, I made a tweet. I said, Asifik has never lost a final in his game. And somebody started to abuse me, abuse my father, abuse my brothers, abuse my whole family. So they will get a lot of engagement too, but brands are not going to think about it now. You want to work with somebody who's always insulting and fighting everybody. You wouldn't. Okay, so no need to waste time. These are the other solutions you can try that are not Empalm. You understand? They get you suspended and they will get you low quality followers who will never like your tweets, engage your tweet. They will not buy your product. They will not pay for your services. They will not promote any brand that you recommend. So I don't recommend. Okay, so if you're using other systems, stop today and use the Empalm. Okay, the Empalm system by Edmond Doris is the only system you need as a football fan. In fact, almost 80 to 90% of the football influencers that are growing on Twitter now for the past couple of years are using this Empalm system, but they will not tell you. So why Empalm? So let me tell you the story of how I created this Empalm system. So when I first joined Twitter in 2013, like I said, I was like you, I did not understand anything about how Twitter worked. I was a consumer. I just came on Twitter to read, probably just come to read the banter, to laugh, to like tweets, and then go back. I would never say anything because I was shy. I didn't have the confidence. You understand? So on one fateful day in 2018, that is October 3rd, 2018, Barcelona played against Spurs at Wembley. Messi scored a brace. He was brilliant. He was out of this world. If you're a Barcelona fan, you should know this game. Maybe you've not been watching football that long, Sha, but he was brilliant. And then I came on Twitter the way I normally do now, and I saw people saying rubbish. I saw different annoying tweets. So I started to tweet out of anger. I just started to reply them, quote them, and for the first time in my life, you understand? I started to get a lot of likes. So I'm like, wait, oh, I used to be people telling me that all I had to do to get these likes, to get these followers was to talk about football. I'm like, oh yeah, no, we die here. And I've been doing it every day since then. You understand? I've been doing it every day since then. This was when I discovered the Empalm system. I've been doing it every day since then. You know, I got so much engagement that day that in 3 months I hit 10,000 followers. From that October, November, December 2018, I hit 10,000 followers in 3 months. So that's a record for anybody to beat. I've not seen who beat that record, but whoever beat that record, you get something from. You use the Empalm system and you hit 10K followers in 3 months. Massive. You get, so like I said, I've gone on to coach over 2,517 people since 2022. And most of them and everybody who is growing, they are using this Empalm system. Okay. So if something crazy was to happen to me and I had to start again from zero, this is the process I will follow because this is the process that I give to everybody that I love, to everybody who is serious about growing, who has tried so many other ways and it's not working. I give them this playbook, they copy and paste it in their brand on their account and the result is great. So the first M stands for mindset. This is why you are here. Like I said, this training shouldn't be free, but you are getting it now. Don't bottle it. Listen, the first M stands for mindset. Where are you? Where is your mindset? Before I make any tweet on my new account, oh, that is you now. Before you make your next tweet, ask yourself two questions. What type of brand do you want to build? What type of followers do you want to attract? AKA, what niche do you want to conquer? If you've not decided, I said that if you've not decided that, oh, I want to conquer the football niche, you are going to be confused. You're going to be all over the place. You're going to be all over the place. So you must get the mindset right. You must get the mindset right. I can't finish everything about the mindset phase on this on this training, but you can get this one. Decide in your heart. Say no to every other this thing. If you go on, you will never go on Trey's page and see Trey giving you life advice. He doesn't care about that. That's not his niche. It's not that he doesn't have life advice. You will never see him teaching you how to grow on Twitter. It's not that he cannot do that, but that's not his niche. So you need to decide which niche am I starting with? Which niche am I starting with? What type of followers are in this niche? What type of followers do I want to follow me? If you know the type of followers you want, it's just like trying to get a woman. If you want a woman to fall in love with you, you need to know what she likes now. So your followers are like your woman, like your babe. You need to know what they like, what they don't like, what they are saying, what they are not saying. Like you need to understand that. So this is the first M. Okay. The next phase is because without this phase, you have no clear roadmap, you have no clarity, you have no brand, you have no identity, you are just on vibes. And this is where a lot of people are. So you see why a lot of people are failing. More than 90% of the people on this training today are already failing from the first phase because they've not been able to answer this question. So they don't have a clear roadmap. They don't have any clarity. They don't even know that they are a brand. Every time you make a post on Twitter, every time you leave a comment on Twitter, you are trying to grow your brand. You are putting yourself out there. They don't know that, oh, I'm a brand, so how can I be the best my brand? Do you get? They don't have an identity. They are just on vibes. They're just doing anything they like. You get tweeting anything they like and wondering why nobody likes it. You understand? So after answering this question, I will know, is it a football brand for you? It should be a football brand. This other one should not concern you. You understand? After answering that, the next phase is I will position my brand. You understand positioning now? If you are playing football or if you dey watch football and the midfielder is with the ball, you see that the striker is trying to stay behind the last defender. He's positioning himself so that he is onside. Because if you are offside, even if you score the most brilliant goal, they are not going to count it. So you must position your brand. Okay, I'm a Barcelona fan. Put it on your bio. Optimize your profile. Do you understand? Get a clear profile picture. Write a persuasive bio that your ideal followers will see and be like, I have to follow this guy because I like what he's saying. Fix your pin tweet. Your pin tweet is the first tweet people see when they come on your page, not your retweets, not your comments, not your likes. Nobody can even see your likes again, not your media. Your pin tweet. What is your pin tweet about? This is how goats position their brand. Goats are all the people who have trained, all the people who are doing this thing that you know. This is how they position their brand. Go and look at all the brands you like. You'll see that their profile is properly set up. Is your profile properly set up? So after understanding, you cannot set up your profile when you don't even know what your brand is about. So once you get the first M, the second P, which is positioning, you optimize your profile. You go to the third phase, which is the A, audience building phase. This is where the hard work is. And this is where 99% of people give up because they cannot delay gratification. They want it now, now, now. They want it now, now, now. It can't happen now, now, now. It can happen faster than some people's story is different. It can happen faster than other people, but it takes time. You understand? And then most people come on Twitter, and I'm sure you're probably guilty of this. You come on Twitter thinking, if I ask you what you want, you're going to say, I want followers. I want followers. Is it really followers you want? Or do you want an audience? You can have an audience with just 500 followers. 500. An audience. What I mean by an audience is anytime you tweet, they will reply, they will respond. Anytime you tweet, they will reply. So you want to have 10,000 followers, no engagement versus 1,000 followers and engagement. Are you saying? So you need to grow the audience. You need to find out what they want. You need to find out what they are thinking. You need to grow the work is here. This is where the real work is in the A. You understand? And then after I've built my audience, I would monetize. I will monetize. Twitter ads revenue is great, but it's not the only way. Before Elon Musk bought Twitter and started to pay us for tweeting and all that, I was already making a lot of money from Twitter. I was already making a lot of money. My first gig was with Oppo back in 2019. Paid me 70,000 naira then to make football tweets. Do you understand? You cannot get paid without having an audience. Nobody's going to give you money to tweet when your profile is not properly optimized. You don't have an audience. Nobody trusts you. They will not just take you seriously. You understand? So before you even start to think about money, you need to get the first MPA phase. Do you understand? You need to get the first MPA phase. So have you learned something today? Before we proceed, have you learned something today? Yes or no? Oppo, the phone. Have you learned something today? There are so many brands, so many brands. I've worked with Techno. Yeah. Have you learned something today? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, boss. Yes, sir. I see that. Massive. Massive. You need to accept this in your heart. Nobody's going to tell you this. You will not see nobody else does this, only me. And it's because I have a passion for it. Massive. I'm enjoying the training. It's not a course, it's a training. Massive. Okay. So before we proceed, I'm going to tell you 3 myths that are currently holding you back from growing. Like I said, number 1, you think you need to have a lot of followers to make money. You don't. I've coached people who started making money at 1,000 followers. If I start growing again at 1,000 followers, I will start making money. Once I get to 1,000 followers, I will start working on my monetization because I already know how to get 1,000. If you can get 1,000 followers, you can get 2,000. You can get 2,000, you can get. When I got 10,000 followers, I stopped caring about followers because I got to 10,000 followers. I got to 20,000 followers, but my bank account was not growing the way my followers was going. So I was like, something is wrong here. So if you can get 1,000 followers, you can get 20,000 followers, you can get 200,000 followers. It's just time. You think you need to talk about every and anything to go. AKA, you've not decided, you've not made up your heart of the niche you want to conquer. And you think that having followers is everything. It's not. There are people who have a lot of followers. You go on their page, you will not see any engagement. They bought the followers. Never buy followers. That's the last thing you should do. With the system I'm going to give you today, at least a few people, you will have a plug and play system that will get people following you. People will be following you without you even begging them. They will see your tweet. They will come on your profile. Immediately, they will follow you. Immediately, because they want to see more of your content. And how would they know? How would they like your tweets? It's because you already know who they are. You know who you are tweeting for. You know that, okay, I'm not tweeting for everybody. I'm just tweeting for a particular group of people. So these are the 3 myths that are holding you back. You get. So before we proceed, you have 2 options. You can try and do this on your own. It's hard, it's going to be time wasting, emotionally draining, and it's not guaranteed. Or you can follow my MPAM system. So which one do you want? Do it on your own or MPAM. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Someone say it has been expository. Which system do you want? Which system do you want? You want to go and do it on your own? MPAM. MPAM. Okay? MPAM. MPAM all the way, massive. I see that there are a lot of MPAM fans here. Definitely MPAM, okay? So knowing that MPAM is the best way to go, when do you want to start to apply this? When do you want to get this MPAM system? Do you want to get this MPAM system today or later? Today. Today. I like that. I like this. I don't know your name. Your name here says that. So say now, safe. I like that. iPhone 11. Today now. Today. Not tomorrow. I like that. Now. I like that, Emmanuel. Okay. I see all the people who are interactive. Don't worry. You love what I have for you. Okay. So if you answered later or tomorrow, please, you should leave us. You should leave. I don't want to work with you. Okay, but if you answer today, then you love what I have for you next. These are football influencers. These are people who have used football to grow. I took these pictures. I went this guy had 903. The number is so big, I can't even call it 903.8 thousand followers. Just talking about Man United. Puja has 578. It has more now, but I took this image when he hit about 570. These are football influencers. This is a Chelsea influencer. I don't even know what club Puja supports. I think Man U. These are other people in other niches. This Kusman is my guy. He's in the music niche. He talks about football every now and then, but he's not known for football. He's known for music. And if you want to go in the music niche, I cannot help you. I cannot help you. You get music. This guy is a big Wizkid fan. Wizkid is a niche. Yeah, Davido is a niche. Ronaldo is a niche. Even within the foot. So there are different niches. You get. So if you want to conquer the football niche, MPAM is the best way. These guys are lifestyle. These guys just post general stuff. So, would you prefer if I do this with you, or would you prefer to do this by yourself? I think a lot of you already answered this question. So let's move on. So, if you want me to give you access to the MPAM so you can, dive deeper into it and plug it and play into your own system, you understand, then you are going to love what I have for you. You get, because the truth of the matter is that I would love to teach you everything I know on this webinar, but time is already against us. We're already running out of time. I will not be able to, because I don't want to give you information overload. Information overload is when you imagine you give birth to a newborn baby today and tomorrow you are giving him bread and egg. It's not advisable because he's still a baby. You need to bless him with breast milk or baby food. You understand? So I've just given people a little bit of, teaser, and you guys have admitted here that you've learned. So I cannot continue to, dump it on you. On this training is going to be too much because I'm already getting tired. I'm sure you are tired as well. So you can go and do other things. But, there's a big but, and you're going to love, and that's why I've created for you the Tweet and Get Paid playbook. The Tweet and Get Paid playbook. In this playbook, you are going to get, this is it, the football lovers playbook to making engaging tweets, getting active followers, and making money on X in 90 days or less. And it was created by me. Okay, and it is for you. Like I said, it's not compulsory, it's not for everybody, just for those who want. So do you want this playbook? Before we proceed, do you want this playbook, or do you want to go and do it by yourself? Do you want the playbook? Say, I want, sir. Yes, I want. ASAP. I want, please. Yes, I want it. Yes, I want it now. Yes, I want it massive. So a lot of people here want the playbook. You have to want the playbook. There's not someone say I need it exactly. You know, it's not what want. You need to get the playbook if you're a football person, like ASAP. You understand? So the 6 major reasons you are not growing, I don't think there's any need to even talk about this, but let me just go straight. Like I said, you don't know what your brand is about. You don't know who your content is for. You've not optimized your profile. You don't know how to create engaging content. You are not tweeting consistently. You are not patient enough. This playbook is going to help you solve all these problems. Because once you get it, you'll be able to plug and play, like I said, on your brand. If you understand the football, the offside rule, you'll know that if you score a goal that is offside, they will cancel it. You understand? So if you are not using this playbook, especially if you are here, if you are watching this, you are here, you are not using this playbook, then clearly you are playing the game wrong. Because if you are playing the game right, you will not be here. You get, it doesn't matter what you do. If you like continue to tweet, you're not going to get that. I know what you want because I've done it. So without understanding the playbook, even if you make the smartest tweet, even if you say the funniest things, even if you are the most qualified for a job, you will never get recognized. You will never be seen. You will never be perceived as an authority or somebody of value. Some of the girls, some of the ladies, not to sound sexist or anything, but some of the ladies who are currently growing on Twitter, they don't know football more than you, but they know something that you don't know, and they are doing it. That's why they are getting the results. So it's not by who know me. It's possible you know football more than me. I doubt, but it's possible. So it's not a case of who knows football more. It's about, do you know how Twitter works? And that's where the Tweet and Get Paid playbook comes in. You understand? So it doesn't matter. Without the playbook, you continue to get no recognition. You continue to get no engagement on your post. You continue to get no followers, no career. Imagine waking up one day and then just as you are going about your day doing your other businesses, somebody just comes to your DM that they want to pay you to tweet. Somebody just comes out, oh, they are looking for a graphic designer. Maybe you're a graphic designer. They seen your work. They want you to do a graphics for them. Or maybe you are in the process of doing this on Twitter. Somebody is asking for a football creator. Somebody is saying, oh, I'm looking for influencers who have between 10,000 followers to 5,000 followers. Do you qualify? Do you understand? So without the playbook, you are just playing the game wrongly. If you don't know the rules of the, you need to learn the rules of the game to break the rules. If you don't know the rules, you're not going to succeed. Okay? And you will agree that insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and again without getting the same result. So you understand? It's time to try something new. It's time to try something different. And the playbook is everything you've been praying for. I know you used to say before that if somebody can just tell me how this thing works, if somebody can just show me. So the playbook is literally me taking you by the hand and just guiding you on how to fix your Twitter. It's very actionable, very easy to follow, and very clear. Very clear. I told you I'm the best at breaking down complex. When I break it down for you, you're going to understand that. You can tell from this training. Okay? So these are a couple of people who have, when I started working with them, when I started working with my younger brother, but Desmond is my younger brother, he had about 1,700 followers. Gochuko had about 11.1 followers. I don't know, 11 points. 11.1 thousand followers. Charles had about 7,000 followers. This is far back as 2022. And these guys today, the last time I checked, Charles had about 40, he's almost at 49,000 followers now. Look at it. It's the same person from 7,000 followers to 49. That this could be you. And Ugochukwu from 11,000 followers to almost 25,000 followers now. He's at 23 now, but I think he has passed this. You get Annabelle. You can see Annabelle here. Annabelle says I went from 378 followers for 3 years to 1,100 followers in less than 2 months after joining the Locker Room community. Locker Room is my private community for, for some of the people that I coached. So this guy, Ellie, you can see him here, say I hit 7,000. So like there's just a lot of growth from following this system. This guy says I got paid $40.63 from tweeting about football as a Barcelona fan. Dumpy, 18 new followers last night plus 10 new followers equals to 90 in one night. Is this not what you are looking for? And you won't have to beg them. You get, so these are just a couple of my people that have coached their impressions. You can see this guy got about 53,000, 53, everything is 1,000 to me, 53 followers. Say context, I have 240 followers. I had over 100 in February and he had exams. This one say I had exams. He got 219 followers. Are you saying? So this thing is possible. It's not so hard if you follow the MPAM system. All these guys understand. They are masters now. They can even coach and teach. You get. So I also asked Charles, who was my very first student. I think this is sometime last year. I asked him, I said, how much money have you made from Twitter? And he said he had made over 4.5 million. So he can't say an accurate figure for Twitter. He has worked with OneXBet, Spotify. He's an ambassador for Spotify, FX Africa, InDrive, and so much more. He's also a graphics designer. People are always, reaching out to him for their jobs. Ugochukwu said that he should be approaching over 2 million naira now. You get. And this is just like a screenshot of Charles getting paid. So I'm not showing you my own because my own are so much. I don't know where to start from. So I'm showing you people who have helped. This guy got paid about 113,000 from X stored payout. You get $95.04. You get, so you can't get all these things without the playbook. You can't get all these results, the followers, the engagement without the playbook. You understand? Your followers, your profile is what will show strangers and potential followers who you are, why they should give a fuck about what you have to say. Is what will tell you don't have to be doing follow me back. You will never have to do that again in your life. Follow me back. If by follow back, you never have to do that. You understand? So when you get the tweet and get paid playbook, this is what you are going to get. This is everything you are going to get. Okay? You get everything you need to stand out from the crowd. Please give me a minute. My MacBook is about to die, so let me plug it. I won't take long. Before our meeting will cancel, okay? So when you get the tweet and get paid playbook, you'll be getting everything you need to tweet and stand out from the crowd. You understand? You're going to start getting the recognition that you deserve, that your football opinions deserve, because the influencers, we are not special. We say the things that are in your mind. That's the difference between us. I'm going to show you how to channel your voice and how to find your voice on Twitter. Even despite the people are coming on Twitter every day. And your opinion counts. There are some ideas you have that I can never get. There are some ideas I have you can never get. So nobody is special. I'm going to show you how to put it out there and you're going to get people who are going to rally around you, who are going to show you how to get active followers, how to get engagement on your post. You understand? How to be perceived as an authority on football Twitter. How to attract, not chase, attract. Just do these things I'm going to tell you. You will see people reaching out to you. If you do it well, you understand how to connect with top followers. You're going to get people, the people you think that are celebrities, they will be following you. They'll be following you. Before I joined Twitter, I used to look up to some people. I have more followers than them now because I discovered the system. And how to turn your X account to a side hustle. It does not have to be your main stuff. But if a side hustle and if it's giving you somewhere between $500 to $100 every month, that's something. No matter how much money you have, you can always get more. Money is never enough. At least someone will take care of some of your bills. People are doing it today as I'm talking to you. You will not see them come and tell you. You get the football lovers playbook to making engaging tweets, getting active followers, and making money on X, all in just 90 days. Okay, so I know at this point you're probably wondering how much am I going to invest to get my hands on this playbook? I know somebody's already asking in the question in the comment section. Okay, so before I tell you the price, I want you to do a small assignment. I want you to mark today's date, okay? And then write down your account goal. How many followers do you want to have in the next 90 days? Write it down. You don't have to write it in the comment section, but I want you to write down your goal. Write it down. How many followers do you want to have in the next 90 days? I did 10,000 followers in 3 months. That's 90 days. So what can you do? How many followers can you do? Let me see the comment section if anybody has written down. You don't have to write it in the comment section. This is between you and your God. And you can send it to me on Twitter or WhatsApp. Okay? So let's assume you get your hands on this playbook today and you start getting notifications like this. This is just got a follow from Frank Edo from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I told you that people are going to be following you. You're not going to beg them. Because of everything you have gotten and implemented, they'll be following you. Are you saying? So like I said, this playbook is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's for a special few people. Those who want to completely transform their growth on X and those who are willing to follow my simple step-by-step guide. I will show you how you can go from scratch to making engaging tweets, growing organically, and attracting high-paying brands for your products and services. Okay, and again, you can see it, Tweet and Get Paid playbook, the football lovers playbook to engaging tweet, making active followers, and this thing. It is for you. I created this for you. So why did I create this playbook? I want to save you stress and mental exhaustion of feeling unseen. I know how it feels to make tweets and not get anybody to engage. I know how it feels. When they hacked my account and I had to stay on my other accounts, it felt very hard. You understand? I want to save you the stress of spending money, time, and energy trying to get followers and you're not getting it. And sometimes some people say don't give up completely. And then I want to help you create a site also that pays you at least $100 to $500 monthly just talking about football. You don't have to do anything else. Start with football. Okay, so now considering that the prices of my other programs, like I said, this is not my first program. I've been doing this since 2022. If you want to get me to coach you for a month, you need at least 300,000 naira. You can get my flagship course, Football Twitter Secret, for anywhere between 300 to 50,000 naira. You can get my other course, Football Twitter Profile Optimization, where I will come and help you review your profile personally. You can get that service for just about 30,000 naira. So I could sell this playbook for 25K and it will still be a steal, or $20 and it will still be a steal, still be a giveaway price. Okay, but you will not be investing 25,000 naira today for the Tweet and Get Paid playbook. Yes, you will not even be investing 20,000 naira today because I understand the economy is hard. I don't want you to go and do something you're not supposed to. I want to make it affordable. And that's the reason why I'm creating this playbook, because I already have courses that go into this in detail. You see me walking you through. But those ones, like I said, are quite pricey. So this playbook is an affordable way in which you can get it, and you're not going to be paying up to 20,000 naira to get it. Okay? To get the playbook, you will need a one-time investment of just 16,039 naira. Giveaway price, affordable. If you are serious about changing your journey, you will need it. So for less than this is less than how much money you spend on data. You'll be able to get the Tweet and Get Paid playbook. Okay, so to get started, take a screenshot of the account details you can see now. So pay into this account, the Football Creators Academy, 13072555696. It's a Providence Bank. Once you pay, send your proof of payment to my WhatsApp number here, and I will give you access to the playbook. This is my personal line. You'll be able to reach me here, not assistant, not me. Okay, if you're abroad, if you're in the US, you're in Canada, you're in Ghana, and you prefer to pay with a card, just DM me a link on X, and I will share a secure seller or payment, a Paystack link, and you pay in minutes. Regardless of your currency, we accept payments from anywhere in the world. We have customers from Namibia, from Gambia, from Ghana, from Canada, from UK, anywhere. You understand? But if you're in Nigeria, this is the account to pay it to. Okay? So what happens after you make payment? Immediately you make payment, you get immediate access to the playbook. I've made it beginner friendly so that even a 5-year-old can get it and use it. So it's not a case of, oh, it's very simple and you're a football person, so you understand. You see some football terms there, but you will get it. In fact, starting this process will make you fall in love with football even more. You understand? Will there be mentorship after obtaining the book? I'm going to tell you about that. For mentorship, you want to get mentorship for that price? Come on now. But don't worry, I'm not just going to leave you stranded, okay? You get everything you need to become a football micro influencer, a football influencer in 90 days. You understand? To selling your product, to attracting, you're going to know it. You're going to know how the big influencers are doing it so that you can do it for yourself. You understand? So pay 16,039 naira into the Football Creators Academy Limited. Pay into this account details. You can take a screenshot. Take a screenshot now. Pay so that you get access to the playbook. But there is more. Okay, there is more. If you are among the first 5 people to pay for the playbook today, you will get access to the following time limited bonuses worth over 60,000 naira for free. Okay, these bonuses are materials that I sell individually, and they're going to help you grow your Twitter account. But let's dive into them one by one. Number one, I'm going to give you your football Twitter GOAT list. So this list is, so you're not going to do guesswork. If I give you this list today, even without doing anything, if I give you this list today and you start to leave football comments on this list, you're going to start getting engagement because I've gathered my experience from 2018 till date. I've picked all the relevant football accounts that you need to be following to grow, and I've put them on this list. I sell this list alone for 20,000 naira. You're going to get it for free if you're among the people who register today. Okay, you get this bonus, this one as a bonus for free. You're going to get your football brand roadmap. So this roadmap will help you get clarity. We talked about making up your mind on your niche. This roadmap will help you see if the football niche is for you and how you can actually conquer it. I sell this roadmap alone for 25,000 naira, but you can get it for free if you start today. Look at what people say about the roadmap. So far, so good. I've implemented some things I learned, and the results have been impressive. Every day there's improvement. Are you saying? This one says, how was the exercise? Say it was great. All I needed to be sure, I see, it was all I needed to be sure. I needed to niche down and focus on football. I won't lie, it was refreshing. I got to say out loud what I really wanted for myself in terms of what this is the first step. If you've not done this, you know go work. You understand? Someone says, some guy says, thank you, Edmond Doris. Right? So like when you people pay for my stuff and find ways to want to give me more money because of how massive it is. Say thank you, Edmond Doris. You are a God sent in this avenue. People, me included, will start making money and get to decide what time I want to wake up. Massive. With Twitter, it's possible. Twitter can go from just being your side also to being your main thing, but that's story for another day. This has been really eye-opening. I sell this roadmap alone for 25,000 now. The next bonus you're going to get is 10 ways to monetize your football account on X without Elon Musk ads revenue. This is a training that I recorded where I shared every single monetization strategy that I've implemented, the ones that worked, the ones that didn't work, the ones that succeeded. For you, you're going to get it for free. I sell this training alone for 20,000 naira. You're going to get it for free if you get the playbook today. Okay? If you get the playbook today. And then lastly, for that guy that was asking about mentorship, I cannot give you a one-on-one mentorship at this price. It's not going to work because I have so many people in my DM, so many people. So this playbook is my own way of trying to help as many people as possible for the price because it should be worth more than that. It should be sold for worth more than that. But for everybody who gets this playbook, there's going to be a support group where you'll be able to ask me your personalized questions and you get personalized answer. Okay, they'll be able to ask me, you're going to get community support. So if you have an issue, you're going to go to the group, you put it there, you're going to get an answer from me in 24 hours or less. Okay, so these bonuses would only be available for the first 5 people to make payment today. Okay, So, like I said, for those who stay to the end, and this is where it gets really interesting. So, for those who are still on the training, a special once in a lifetime offer. I want to do something crazy for you. You can get the Twitter and Get Paid playbook, the number one bonus, number two bonus, that is the football Twitter goat list, football brand roadmap, 10 ways to monetize your X account, okay, and community support for just $10, aka 9,999 naira. If you make payment between now and 11:59 p.m. today, once it enters tomorrow, you'll pay the full price. But if you pay today, you can get it for just 9,999 naira. Someone says Aza. Okay, so to take advantage of this offer, to take this is somebody paying me for I think this is like a 4 weeks coaching. You can see it here, almost 99,999 now. This is what it pays to get me to coach you one-on-one, about 100K for like a couple of weeks. If you want me to manage your Twitter account, you're going to need, this is an old screenshot, you're going to need at least $200 monthly. You understand? These are people who have given jobs from my community, people who have mentored. Okay, so this is the account to pay to. For the person who was asking for it, take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. So someone say pay for two. Take a screenshot of this and send for just today until 11:59 p.m. today. If you're among the first 5 people, you can pay just 9,999 naira. After that, you pay the original price of 16,039 naira. Okay, think about it. Don't you think that if you had quality information and active community where you can get all the professional help, then all your challenges will be solved? Think about it now. You get to pay, into this account. Pay into this account. If you pay today, you pay 9,999. If you pay tomorrow, you pay the full price of 16,039 naira into this account. If you're in the US, we can give you a payment link and you'll be able to pay in minutes and get access to the playbook and the bonuses. You get, these are people saying my first share on Twitter. Everybody in this community is my community. Are you saying this guy says, and if you have issues, we're going to help you out. This one says, finally an Elon Musk board. You get, so this is Bashar, one of the biggest Man United fans. Say you can't mention top football creators without mentioning Edmond Doris. Not only is he a creator, he also teaches the people the act of creating content and owns the #1 football podcast. If you want to learn, he's your guy. He's one of my biggest rivals, the Ronaldo fan. Say on young people doing well on Twitter, Edmond Doris is a source of creative inspiration. So you cannot lose when you buy an Edmond Doris product. Never. You can quote me anywhere. Make payment and send a screenshot to me on WhatsApp. I'm already getting a couple of payments. Okay? There's no time to waste. Somebody won't pay the full price. Somebody say, I don't even miss the... It's okay. If you pay the full price, don't worry. You're going to get more. Someone says, I only have 10K with me. That's not my... if you only have 10K, then probably it's not for you. This one says if you're passionate about football, then you should be earning 100 to 500K monthly from it without gambling, without sport betting. And the only guy who is genuinely teaching people in Nigeria, Edmond Doris. So I've been doing this since 2023. You get, Edmond Doris is the wittiest Nigerian alive. Okay, so pay into this account and send a screenshot to my number on WhatsApp. This is my line on WhatsApp, my personal line on WhatsApp, not my assistant, not an admin. You can reach me. So once you make payment, you'll be taken to me on WhatsApp and I will give you access to the playbook and the bonuses. It's everything you've been praying for. You get, these are people who have taken my other courses where I went in details about the MPAM system. I must say that I've seen the light. It has been so insightful. I've been doing it all wrong. This one says, but your word when I purchase your course are a reality. So when you get my course, the first thing I'll tell you is that this will be the best money you spend on yourself this year, this month. And it literally is the best money. Okay, this one says 1 month of FTS don't change my life football Twitter secrets. This one says just a few days after getting my course, my football course. People who have gotten my football course in the past, look at their certificates. And you can go and check it. You can check the hashtag football Twitter secrets on Twitter. You see. This is Annabelle, one of the fastest growing football influencers on Twitter. She said, when I joined the local in April of last year, I had only 378 followers. With what I learned from Edmond Lewis, I grew my account to 3,000 followers, but it got suspended in October. I opened another account and grew it to 2.8 using what I learned. So what I'm teaching you is not just something you will use for yourself. It's also something you'll be able to sell. You can also do it for other brands and get paid. Do you understand? You can always also do it for another brand and get paid. You get Elon Musk also. You can do it for so many of your pages. You can use it to open multiple pages. Some people open pages and sell it. I don't recommend that, but you can create content from brands. So it's crazy. Someone says, I was the FTS course, which is another course. Is like I put the playbook there. It's like for starters, an eye opener, a path to greatness so far as you are willing to put in the work. So as long as you are willing to put in the work, you will get the result. Edmond Doris, I want to see you really, you'll be thanking me when you are done, like this guy. This one says, people are following me. Is this not what you want? People are following me like I'm doing giveaway. What is this magic? Implement simple strategies. You get implement simple strategies. Look at all the results these guys are getting just from implementing Dre, Jacob. It doesn't matter what club you support or what, as far as it's a football niche you want to build. You get as far as it's a football niche you want to build. Look at it. My growth has been exponential since I joined the FTS community. Hitting 1K looked very impossible to me since I created my account. Look at it in May. Are you saying this one says I'm not somebody that likes testifying or seeking attention, but since everybody's sharing testimony, I think you'll be unfair. Are you saying so when you get an Edmondoris product, your results will just skyrocket? Someone says this guy says someone with half your IQ is making 10x, 10 times more than you because they are not doubting themselves. So if you are still here and you're still doubting yourself, no, you are not ready to take risks, you are not ready to try. Those in Ghana are waiting for a link to pay. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you a link if you're abroad. That's not an issue. We even have an account, a USD account as well. We can send you that if you want to make payment. Okay, so this is the book. The playbook is worth 19,999 naira. And you can come maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow and see that this is the price. Don't argue with me. But right now, for today, it is currently sold for 16,039 naira. But if you are among the first 5 people to make payment today, you pay 9,999 naira. You understand? So the way I see it, you have 3 options. Pay 9,999 naira today, you get the playbook and the bonuses. Pay $10, that is 16,039 naira tomorrow, you get the book, you get the bonuses, or do nothing, continue to do trial and error and at your own risk. Not a wise option. I don't recommend that. You understand? So ask yourself, when was the last time you spent money on your personal development? Somebody that is telling me he does not have money, he will go and give money to his girlfriend. Someone says, I want to testify some. When did you spend money last on yourself that, oh, this money is for me? Do you understand? If you get the playbook today and you start getting more followers on X, start working with the big brands, start getting career opportunities, will your life be better or worse? I don't see how having more followers, getting people to make comments on your posts, having a voice, putting out your product, putting out your service, I don't see how that's going to make your life worse. If you start getting more followers, more engagement, when you start doing this thing, it's like, do you know what I'm about to give you? I'm about to give you, if you put me anywhere in this world, as long as I have my Twitter account, I have unlimited light, or I have light, I have internet, I'm going to be good. I will survive. I will make money will come to me. It's not about making money will come to me. People will just send me DMs that, oh, don't worry, in the group, I'm going to show you people, the betting company reaching out to me, and I'm telling them that, bro, I don't want your money because I don't want all types of money. You understand? Some people are started to pay. Some people are paying. Okay, so once you make payment, send to this is the account. Will your girlfriend or your wife respect you more when you start growing your brand on Twitter, you start getting followers, you start making money online? You understand? If you believe that your life will get better, you will gain more respect. Don't overthink it. Think about it when you have gotten the playbook. Okay? So this is the account to make payment, to take a screenshot, copy the number. If you're in the US or you're in the UK, send me Send me a DM on WhatsApp. You get, and I will give you. So say no to overthinking. Say yes to taking action. Frequently asked question. Do I need to open a new Twitter account to do this? No, you don't. You can do it with your current account. Do I need to be verified before I get the playbook? No, you don't need to be verified. Okay? This is Annabelle reaching out to me. Say I will need direction on following through the checklist because I'm going to give you the checklist. How do I check my Twitter and how will I fix my Twitter? Look at her. She had just 378 followers. Look at her when she hit 20,000 followers. I'm sure if you check now, she has more than 20,000 followers. Are you saying? So pay into this account. This is the original price that you just paid today if you are paying 999. If you are paying today, if you pay tomorrow, that is gone. You understand? That is gone. So this Tweet and Get Paid playbook is backed by my 60-day money back guarantee. If you get this playbook and you don't see any change or any change in your X growth in 60 days after implementing my MPAM system, send me an email at Edmondoris. You get your money back, no questions asked. Not only that, I will make a public tweet apologizing to you after giving you your money back. So you really have nothing to lose. You understand? If I were you, I would look for a way to get it for 9,999 today or pay 16,039 naira. You understand? This is the account to pay into. Take a screenshot of it, and you'll get access to the bonuses, and eventually you'll get access to the playbook. Okay, so there are a couple of people here who have followed my system. I think is Ugochukwu here. Is Ugochukwu on this? Yeah, Ugochukwu, please. I would like to hear from you. You're one of my favorite students, not students. One of my favorite. You were once like this. You were once on this end. So I think this is 2023 September. Yeah, you were once, about to pay for an Edmondoris program. How has it been for you since then till now, please? If you can hear from you. Is Ugochukwu here? Ugochukwu, I can see you, please. Logan too is another person that has done massive things. So some people graduate from just being my mentees to working together with me and we start making money together. Yes, because there's a lot of infrastructures that I have, and you're going to see it when you get inside. Ugochukwu, oh, everybody is muted. Ugochukwu is muted. I have to unmute you. Sorry. Okay, Ugochukwu unmuted. Okay, so please just.
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Massive. Okay, I can hear you, Ugochukwu. Go on.
Okay. Where do I want to start from now? Well, it was. It's a long story that is not so long, but the long and short of everything is that I remember getting started in. I think this was my service year, if I'm not wrong. This was my service year. That was 22, if I'm not wrong. I think the first time I worked with Edmond closely was when what was new of that program that we had, first of all, before we started working together properly. That was that football content masterclass, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
That was the first time we started working together, and then from there, we progressed into watch football and get paid, and since then it's been a ride. It's been a ride. So,
What's the best thing? What's the best thing that happened for you from starting to grow your brand on Twitter? What's the best thing that happened?
the best thing that happened for me was for me personally, was getting to work with, was the exposure I got and getting to work with. Guy, how many brands have I worked with since then, guys? till today, in fact, till today, now we are earning in dollars, and we're earning in crypto. Let me say crypto. Let me not say dollars, but we're earning in dollars because obviously crypto functions in dollars, but the exposure working with different brands is crazy. That's what I can say. It's crazy. It's crazy, and we keep going. That's the fun part. It doesn't stop. We keep going. Like we keep going. So
Like you've not even, I tell you, we've not started to even scratch the surface. We've not.
it's crazy. It's been what, I think this September or November will make it 3 years now, Abby. We'll make it 3 years, give or take, if I'm not wrong. So look at what has happened in 3 years. So imagine the next 3 or 4 years. So let's I want more. So
Yeah, well done. Let's hear from Logan. Let's hear from Logan. Logan, how's it been for you since you started your own journey last year?
It has been good. In a nutshell, it has been good. I've got to work with different brands. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah, I've gotten the opportunity to work with different brands. I've made money, and it all started when I saw your tweet on. I think it was back then. It was watch football and get paid. Of which I was like, waiting with this one. Is this a Ponzi scheme or something? So I just made an effort. I tried my best, and I'm glad where I am. I just hit 12,000 followers on Twitter. I just made the tweet now. I'm actually not from Tanzania. I put Tanzania on the comment section. I'm chatting from Nigeria, Delta State. So yeah, it's been a good journey so far.
Okay, so let's hear lastly from Desmond Doris. Desmond Doris. I fixed Desmond's Twitter account in one conversation. Yes, you won't call.
Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can. How you doing, now, brother?
I'm doing good. Amazing.
Okay, so how's it been for you since you started? You were trying to grow on Instagram before, right? So how's it been for you since you made the switch and started to follow the MPAM system?
I would say it's the best decision I made in my life because it's difficult growing on Instagram if you know because Instagram you have to like very good with pictures and video editing. You understand? But with Twitter, it's easy creating content on Twitter. It's very easy. But that's the with testing and type. So far since 2022. It's been great. I've I've gotten suspended before, gotten my accounts back, and taking so I also took many of the courses and worship and like paid like FTPO and everything. So it's the best decision.
Okay, so well done. I appreciate that feedback. These are what other people who have gotten my products have to say. This guy says, you ginger me well. Now I have almost 350 followers. Before your class, I had just 50 followers. You understand? This one says, guys, I just made my first dime from social media. I'm so gassed right now. Sterling never thought it would happen, even when I got the call. Thanks to Edmund Lewis, I got this opportunity. Without him and his teaching, this wouldn't have been possible. I'm completely grateful. This one says, testimony time. Good evening, guys. This is Charles. I just got my first paid ad gig to promote a business on Twitter through Edmund Lewis, and it's amazing. Can't describe how I'm feeling right now. Got this part payment this evening, then we'll get the rest. So basically, guys, your story is going to change. This is Ugochukwu in 2024. I too have secured a paid gig with a ride hailing company starting tomorrow first. This one says I made 200,696 in sales from last campaign. So I made 100,800. So from Twitter, you can be making this money without going anywhere, without leaving your house, from your phone. You understand? And you can get it with the playbook. You can get it with the playbook. It was created for you. Don't have to be doing it by yourself. Let a professional guide you. You understand? Let us save you time. You get. So this is the playbook. This is what you're going to get when you make payments. This is what you're going to get. And then make payment to this account. If you're in Ghana or any other country, like I said, just DM me link on Twitter. Okay, where is it? Just DM me link on Twitter. If you're abroad, just DM me link on Twitter. I will give you a Paystack link or a seller link. Access payment from anywhere in the world. And you'll be able to get access to the playbook and the bonuses so you can start. There's no time to waste, okay? So see you guys next time. All the best. Cheers.